Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope that everyone will be fine. So we are back with the new topic, which is about the pointers in C language. Before starting with the new topic, I just want to tell you I just took a long break of more than a month. There are a few reasons. Firstly, the very serious reason was that I was basically building my setup for my work, and later on I was not using the very best way of making the actions and all the good stuff which is required to make a good video. So I'm just back with the best technology, with the best environment setup to start with that. So now from now onwards, I will keep up with my same pace and make videos for you which are absolutely free, and so you guys can learn. Right, so pointers are basically is a very important topic to discuss about, and I think so. It's only the topic which in C language which is complex to understand, and I will try my best to so you guys can understand in a good way. Right, so what are pointers and why we use it? And there are some advantages and disadvantages of pointers in C language. All right. So pointers in C language is a variable that stores points the address of another variable. Pointers in C is used to allocate memory dynamically at runtime. The pointer variable might be belonging to any of the data types such as int, float, character, double, short, etc. So the pointer basically is not only restricted to very few data type. It's basically pointed to all the data types, including in the given instructions. And basically, the purpose of pointer is to store the address in the memory in the memory location. And pointers are a fundamental part of C. If you cannot use pointers properly, then you have basically lost all the power and flexibility that C allows. The secret to C is in use of pointers. So pointers are basically I think so the C language is provide you the huge benefit of using pointers, which is often is a difficult concept to understand, but it's very powerful in C language, and without pointers, C language is really vague. So it is the only way or to express some computation for the usage of pointers. It produces compact and efficient code. It provides a very powerful tool. C uses pointer explicitly with the array structures and functions. So you can use pointers with the array structures and functions. Advantages of pointers: by using pointer you can access data which is available outside a function. By using pointer variable, we can implement dynamic memory allocation. With the help of pointer, we can handle any type of data structures. Pointers can increase the execution speed of a program. Pointers reduce the length and complexity of a program. Pointers are more efficient in handling the data tables, and the use of a pointer array of character strings results in saving of data storage space in memory, right? So disadvantages: and uninitialized pointers might cause segmentation fall. Segmentation fall basically it's just due to the you can say that might hold due to some undefined memory addresses that are not really valid. Means that addresses which are not valid, that might cause segmentation fault. And dynamically allocated block needs to be freed explicitly, otherwise it would lead to memory leak. Pointers are slower than normal variables, and if pointers are updated with incorrect values, it might lead to memory corruptions. All right, so that's enough for the slides, and let's get started. All right, guys, so the very first thing you need to do is to open your dev C++ editor. So click on File, New Source File, and now you have that very basic structure. Alright, so I just need to open with the C project. So I click on here and click OK and change the file name to be pointers. It saves that. I already have, so I want to replace it. And now you see it's a very basic structure for the C language. Alright, so first I create a variable with the type A. Sorry, not the type A, it's variable with the name A, and it's integer type. And if I simply print f, and so if I want to check the address of A is, I use %u, which is for the unsigned, and \n for the new line. And if I want to see the address, so I have to use here this and. If you type shift and the numeric key 7, now you have this and operator where you can easily find the address of A. So if I just want to run this and saves that with the same path, and now you see this is basically the address of A is 2293324. So this is the address for the A. I store the I basically have the variable with the name A, which is of type integer. So now you can easily find the address of A. Now in the second case, if I have to use here integer type with the name of the variable to be b and assign the value to be 10, and if I do the same thing and just copy this and paste it down here and set that A to B, and we want to see the address for B. And now if I try to run this, now you see that the address of B is 2293320, but now you see the difference that in the very first case we have the integer with the name of the variable to be A, which has an address of this, and for the second case it's an address for this. But the only difference is that in the second case we have the value to be 10 for this variable B, and we have C the address already for the variable B, which is of type integer. Now before I just want to tell there is a difference between this and this, and later on I definitely tell you and explain you the difference. But in the third case, I have used with different data type, which is float, and with the variable name C, and assign the value to be 5.8, because float basically can use the fractional values as well, so I easily can add 0.8 here. So if I grab this one and copy it and paste it, and set that to be C, and this is to be C as well. So now you see that now we have the addresses for the variable A, B, and C. All right, so these are all the addresses. Now we will just do this some different stuff here. Now let's assume that I use the data type to be integer, and with the variable name p1, and if I say this p1 to be steric, and this steric is basically means pointers, right? So this steric is shows that the p1 is a pointer with the data type to be integer. So remember that pointer means that it's pointer. All right, so and then p1 with the with the name of the variable, which is of integer type with that steric mean it's pointer. And now in the second step, I use that pointer and stores the address for the variable A, which is which I store in that variable, which is p1. So now if I want to test this one, so I use printf and set that to be value of p1 is %u and \n, set that to be p1. All right, so if I just try to run this one, and now look closely this output, which you see it's same 2293316, and right also for the address of A, which is 2293316. So now what is basically the difference here? You see that first I assigned the variable p1 to be as a pointer, and that variable, which is the address for the A, is stored in that p1, which is basically that if you see that address of A for the very first case, which is integer A, it gives the value to be 22. Now I stores that address to that pointer, which is p1, and it has the same value as above, which is the address for the A, and here the pointer, which we store the address of A variable inside the p1 pointer. So I hope you guys might getting a concept of that. All right, so in the second case, if I just explain, you guys might understand more better in better way. If I use here value for the A is and set that to be pointer p1, and if I want to try to run this, you see the value of A is 0. The reason why it's 0, because we haven't gave any value to that variable A. So remember what is really the difference, that here we have basically this pointer means that it shows the value for that address of A, with that address of A. So in that case we don't have any value for the variable A. But if I want to see both cases for the variable B, which has the value for the 10, so let's see. So I just want to set that pointer to be, if I grab this one and paste it down here. Actually, I can even write in a single line, so I can also explain to you how to write in a single line. So integer, which is pointer, which is of variable name p2, which is pointer, and I give the address to be b, which stores the address of variable b inside the pointer p2, and this basically covers in a single line. So you can also write in that way rather writing in 2 lines. All right, so change that to be p2 and set that to be pointer p2, and here we are looking for the variable pointer 2 and variable b. All right, so now you see here you have the same address, which is of which is address of B, but the only difference you see with that pointer p1, it shows the value to be 0, but in that case the value of B is 10. So now here you see. All right, so now look at that. So the address of B is this 2293304, and all, as well as here we have the address is this and value to be 10. So basically that pointer is basically it gives the value which is stored in that variable, and that p2 stores the address of variable B. All right, so same case for that with that floating point. If I save that and grab this one, and definitely it's of floating type because we use the variable C to be floating type, and C, and here I change P to P3 and to be C. Same case for here, and I know I'm very certain, yeah, you guys are getting that concept. Now if I try to build that, and now you see that we have the very same case, the value of uh, um, sorry, one thing I just missed here, that I have to use here percentage F. The reason why I'm using percentage F in that case is because it stores the value which is a fractional value, which is 5.8. So I have to use the percentage specifier, which is percentage F, which is for the floating. So now you see it gives me the very desired result. So here you see that we have the value of P3, which is same for that address, and the value of C which is 5.8. And now you see in floating point case it gives the value to be around to 6 fractional numbers, so 5.8 and on so onwards. So I think so. This is a very basic concept about the pointers, and I hope that you guys understand a lot of stuff, that what really is pointer, why we use it, and what are the benefit of pointers, and how we can get the value and stores the address to the memory allocation. And I think so this the benefit of using pointers, especially when you are working on data structures, which is again which is really a very powerful concept in C language, which is really used in many other good languages. And um, if you understand that, that will be really good. If you guys don't understand, you can comment me, and I can try to even make more videos on pointers and explain you in a very better way. And we do some projects as well on pointers, and I will see you for the next time.